Good morning, everyone. It is Christine here, reporting in from beautiful Mallacoota in Victoria. And we're on holidays, and so I thought I'd share the view from our deck as a starting point with some of my op shop finds in front of me. So we've come up here for a bit of a holiday. Travis the dog has joined us, and this morning I took a walk into town with Travis. It's probably about 2.5k, I think. But there's a beautiful boardwalk that goes along the waterfront. You can see there's an inlet along here. And so to the right of me is town. And the inlet then just extends over to mountains that you can see in the distance. But I couldn't resist dropping into an op shop that I haven't been to before. There's another one in town that I've visited, but I didn't actually know about this other op shop the last times I was here. So I went along. I'd looked up online and it said the op shop was dog friendly and that dogs could go inside, but I think they might have changed their policies since. So Travis happily waited outside the shop, and the lady at the shop was very kind. She stood out with him with her coffee and kept an eye on him. So I just did a brief shop. I'll probably go back and actually do a more substantial look when Alex is with me. He's still doing some work today before he sort of goes on holidays at the end of this week. So he's working remotely. So I didn't get too much, but I thought I would show you what I've got. I'll just re-angle the camera again, just so we've got a bit more real estate in front of us to be able to lay out the goodies. So let me start with some of the beautiful little handkerchiefs, which were all 10 cents each, which I think is a pretty good deal. And I love getting the little lace hankies and other sorts of decorative hankies because they're great to include in your slow stitch projects, either to make a background using them whole, or you can sort of fold them and use them as sort of components, or make little pockets with them even. You can make a little pocket for something to slip into. Great in junk journaling as well. So that's just a nice little lacy edged one. I might angle you down a bit closer into it. And then we've got another beautiful one here with some embroidery on it. Looks very neat. So it's either very neat hand embroidery. I'm just looking for some little signs if it's hand or machine. Could be hand embroidery, but it just looks incredibly neat. But isn't that sweet? And just again, a beautiful crochet edging. So maybe it is actually hand done. Not sure. Beautiful. It's got a few little marks on it, but they'll either, oh no, they're not marks actually. They're just fluff caught within it that was making it look like there were marks. Unless that's a little mark there, I'm not sure. See if that comes out in the wash. But otherwise, you can just cut around and use the pieces, or not even worry about the mark, or you can tea dye them as well. Another beautiful piece of crochet lace work on the edge of this one. And again, just beautiful and soft. This one's a linen. And again, it's got lovely little luck symbol, the little Irish clover leaf. So that's lovely. That could even be an Irish linen. Can't see a little tag on it. And then another sweet little embroidered one, again with a nice little edging piece. That one's got a tiny little stain down there, but for 10 cents a piece, you can't go past those. Let's just finish looking at the lacy ones. Isn't that one gorgeous? That was a find. Again, it's a beautiful linen inside, and those lace elements will just be lovely to use, or to use the whole piece as a background. You can even do a little slow stitch scene in the middle of them. I did that on at least one of my pieces for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Created it within the centre of, but that's lovely. Definitely think I might be putting that into my Roxy Journal of Stitchery treasures. So that's one. And then we've got another one here, which again just has a beautiful little lacework and crocheting on the edge. And then this one has that's not crochet work, it's just a lace that's been sewn around, but it's a beautiful fine linen. It actually feels lovely. And another one is gorgeous. This one's hand embroidered, and isn't that just divine? And you can tell these have been well used. They're starting to get quite thin in the weight of the fabric. This one's got a 3 on it, which is a bit strange. Again, it's such neat stitching on the back, it's hard to tell. And can you just see the detail on that? So it's actually got an applique flower and green applique. It looks like, unless it's, no, it's just the intensity of the stitches showing through, which made me think that they'd put some fabric there, but it's actually just the yellow colour and the green colour from underneath showing through, and just tiny little bullion knots. Tiny satin stitch, tiny little knotted stitches there. Really beautiful. So they were a bargain, 10 cents a piece. And then I like this one. It was just a nice stripy blue and white linen, which will be great for my blue piece. I've got similar sort of stripy linens and cottons that I get from the reverse art truck, which are Italian linens and cottons, but yeah, that's lovely. And then I've got these sweet little, beautiful little roses, nice small ones, and little polka dotty design. And then just a printed flower one. But again, it gives you a great little space where you could do some stitchery in here, you could do some of your own stitchery around here and even around the border, and then you've got a lovely little framed piece. This could even go into my Bountiful Blooms piece, which is going to be the more pastel colours, so that could even fit in that mood board that I've created for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And then another project I've got in the works is one celebrating all the different places that I've travelled in the world, and Switzerland is one of those places, so I couldn't resist picking up this little Swiss handkerchief. I reckon it's probably not a new tourism souvenir, just by the quality of the feel of it. And yeah, I think it's probably an older souvenir piece, but just lovely. It's on a lovely cotton, or a lovely, yeah, I think a cotton linen possibly. So that's the handkerchiefs. I'll move those out of the way. Then I got this for $3. It's a pelmet, so it would have gone on the top of a window. But I just thought I'll be able to get the fabric. I'll be taking it off, seeing if I can remove this backing bit that makes it all crinkly. So I'll try and see if I can take this off, or at least get it so it lays flat. And then, yeah, that will give me, and it's double-sided, so I'll be able to actually get sort of double the width of this fabric, and it's quite a length as well, which I thought was lovely because it's got a nice weight, because it's furnishing sort of weight, and just a beautiful, almost like it could be a Sanderson. I'll have to have a look if there's any labelling on it, or do an image search. It could be a Sanderson fabric, but I just thought it was lovely. It's got the cherries and flowers. Again, some of this could possibly go in my burgundy Bonheur piece for the next Roxy Journal of Stitchery. Even some of this could go in the greenery in my Bountiful Blooms. It's got beautiful little blackberries on it. So sort of summer fruits and summer garden theme, which I think is lovely. Almost got a bit of an autumn look as well. I guess they could be cherries as well, or maybe apricots. Oh, I think they're cherries. They're hanging down, those white cherries. And then some beautiful blue blooms over here. So that will be lovely to take apart. Then I've got some little appliques. I think they're all the same. One of them had a bit of marking on it, but I don't know if that will come out in the wash. Oh no, they're slightly different. So they've got different coloured blooms, slightly different. Even that's a lighter pink that they've used there. So yeah, a little bit of difference in them, which is nice. Well, there's 4 of them. I thought there was only 3. So that's another one. And then there's another one here as well. So they'll be lovely. Put those to the side. Then $2 for a square tablecloth. Let's have a look at this one. So this was just a nice cotton linen. Nice muted colours, but again, just a very decent either as a tablecloth or just, oops, sorry, just bumped the camera, or as a piece of fabric that I can just cut into. It doesn't look like it's got any staining or damage to it, so if I need a little square tablecloth, I've got that as well. So I'll just fold that up. All of this will be popping into the wash and getting hung out on the deck. It's actually so much warmer here. I'm in just very lightweight pants and a t-shirt, and I was warm in the sun as I walked into town. So it's a lot warmer than Melbourne and that little bit more humid than we actually get because we're sort of up closer to Sydney. So more similar to that sort of, yeah, Sydney weather. Now this is a beautiful, I would say it's an Indian, and I wasn't actually sure what it was. It's 100% cotton. I can see by the label there. I thought it might be like a sari, so I'm just going to fold it out to look at it over here. Could be, I guess, a wrap skirt or something. It's a bit hard to tell. It's got a seal down both sides, but I just thought the fabric was lovely. And I really like this. This is just printed on it, so not sewn on it, but it's got golds and silvers and whites, and I thought that was really lush. I think for my blue piece I'm planning for Roxy Journal Stitch, I was only thinking of having the silver and the white with it, but who knows, this could even be featured. And then it's got smaller little designs up here, but it's just a really nice feeling cotton, cotton and possibly linen. I think it's probably just a fine cotton. So that will be turned into fabric. And then because it is so warm here, I thought I might just pick up a couple of bits of cooler clothing, because I bought away mostly winter weight things. But if it's going to be this warm, I didn't pack in a skirt. So I found this lovely skirt. It's got linen pockets and waistband on it. Don't know if it's got a brand. Oh, yep. Equus Casual Wear. Don't know where that's from, but I just really liked the design on it in black and white and a light sort of cream colour. And I thought if I don't end up wanting to wear it as a skirt, I can definitely use the fabric. So that one will get washed and probably worn while I'm here, and probably when I go back to Melbourne. And then I got a great, just a really cool dress. So it looks like someone has actually made this. It does have a little label in here, but it looked handmade just by, oh no, the label's come out. If it ever did have a label, it's been very well worn and washed. But some beautiful buttons on it. So it's always nice to look out for pieces with nice buttons. But yeah, just a nice Indian style design again. Really lightweight, got mid-length sleeves on it. It's quite wide, but then it's got a band at the back to tie it. So I'll be able to cinch it in around the waist, but I thought that might be just a nice one to have a wear of as well. But yeah, it's just got hand, or just not hand, it is machine stitched along the hem, but it just looks like it's a potentially a handmade piece. But again, lovely fabric. Unusual to have the greens and the blues, but I think it looks really, really fresh and feels lovely and soft, and it's all cotton. So that is the extent of my op shopping for today. So a little haul. I'll share it with you today because who knows, I might be able to convince Travis and Alex to come and have a look at the other op shops, or to give me a more extensive look in this op shop. So take care, everyone. Hope you're having a great day and getting some crafting done, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, everyone.